just to be very clear, the goal of this launch, this promotion, this campaign is to sell as many books as possible through Amazon and through the bookstores. Okay. Tracy and her team are managing the ads for Todd Herman. And initially it was going to be really focused on his evergreen 90-day year launch. But right now he's got his book launching, The Alter Ego Effect, and it's launching in about 2.5 weeks, maybe 3 weeks or so. Big publisher. And I'll let Todd give it a premise of the book, but they just launched a video yesterday, and they've got a few really high quality sort of viral sort of documentary style videos that are going to be going live over the next few weeks. And so what we've talked a lot already in behind the scenes, quite a bit, but sort of anything that we can do to up level the campaign. And so from an outsider looking in, it's sort of what we're looking at here is we have a book that is going to be launching. Okay, I just promoted Todd, and then he's probably got one more, right? Why don't you give a quick overview of the book, and that'll be easier to get into it.
Yeah.
Then,
so you're gonna see stuff behind me. I got books behind me, and I got superheroes behind me. But the book is. What do you got on?
I forgot to tell you, I put a shirt on. I actually wear this shirt almost every day.
There you go.
Superman shirt, so I had to wear it for today's call. So sorry. Go ahead.
So this is the book. It's called The Alter Ego Effect. My background, I've had a sports science, peak performance company since '97, working with athletes. Started out, working with amateurs, 12, 13-year-old kids. And as I kind of progressed and got into working with Olympians and pro athletes, one kind of theme kept on coming up when I'd be talking to people who were consistently always performing at a high level. And they would say things like, I use a persona when I go out on the field, or I step into a different version of myself, or I use a character and all this kind of stuff. And everyone was kind of dancing around the idea of the alter ego, whether or not they were using the name or not, typically not. And I mean, I played college football. I was nationally ranked badminton player. I played sports at a high level. And when I started business, I was super insecure because I looked like I was 12 and I was 21. And so I went and just tapped back into that alter ego idea. And I went out and bought a pair of non-prescription glasses from Lens Crafters in Edmonton, Alberta, at the largest mall on the planet at the time, West Edmonton Mall. I'd step into this kind of alter ego. Anyway, that's what it's about, is that process of how you create an alter ego, the history of alter egos, and then also the science of why it's so effective as well, psychologically, the different principles that it's kind of tapping into. And even more than that, the bigger idea that's laying underneath it is more about how it's actually the most real you that you could actually show up as, because it's not about being inauthentic. And that's always kind of the biggest objection that needs to overcome, because it's not about deceiving other people or faking other people out. That's why the whole term fake it till you make it has such a, you've got warring sides with the whole fake it till you make it. The people who are kind of arguing for it, what they're doing is they're actually arguing for the stuff that I'm talking about in the book. They're just doing a terrible job of articulating their side. And the people who argue against faking it till you make it, it's because they're like, well, why are you trying to deceive me and trick me? So anyways, the book is about that, the process for how you do it, the science behind it, and then tons of stories of just other people in history who have used it, including Martin Luther King, which the video that's going viral right now is about that story that I with Martin Luther King and this myself. So do you want me to tell everyone a little bit about the kind of strategy that I kind of deployed, Keith?
Sure. Get rid of this thing.
Yeah. So, that's the video. And so when I was looking at the book launch, I mean, there's many different things that you can do to launch a book, right? And of course, I'm going to go the podcasting route, and I'm going to, tap into traditional media, because the one thing that's, this book is a sort of a mass market, general market book. I'm a niche guy. And so I do have many opportunities that I can tap into with the book. But the whole tapping into partners and friends for affiliates, that was one way to do it. But I felt like it was going to dilute the story and the message of it. So I wanted to create more of a narrative on social media telling this story So I was like, well, who online right now is the best viral storyteller? And kind of hard to argue with Jay Shetty as someone on Facebook right now that's gone viral, 20 million followers as of today. So him and I got connected in fall of last year. And ironically enough, Keith, it was at your place when I was at the Creative Cabin with all of these punks that are on the screen right now. That actually was where it started. Was
Oh,
me.
really?
Yeah, it was. I was down on the dock. Josh, do you remember that? Yeah, I think you and I were talking about it. And then I reached out to a friend of mine, Michael Gebbin, and I got Michael to maybe just do a bit of a connection for me. But yeah, Josh, were you gonna say something?
No, I was just saying, yeah, I do remember being down there and you taking that. So that's fun.
Yeah. So anyways, I got connected with Jay, and who's kind of tough to connect with because he doesn't respond to emails very well. But when we got on the call, he was like, listen, I love this idea. My background is in sport or is in behavioral science. He said, how can we do something together? They had a kind of a media production company now called Icon Media. And Jay scripted out 4 videos for me. I gave him, obviously we talked about the book. He scripted out 4 videos. I flew out to LA last year, or in December, a month ago, filmed the 4 videos with him and his team. And what we're doing is we're dripping out one of these videos leading up to the book each week. So yesterday was the first one. The next one is next Wednesday, then the next Wednesday, and then the book comes out on the 5th, and then the 4th video will come out on the 6th. And that entire idea was, and this is all inside of your guys, this reason I'm sharing this is because this is all of your wheelhouse, was how can I build up as much audience as possible with content that had fucking no call to action, because you can't make a video go viral if there's a call to action in it. Plus, like Jay said to me, and this is how I knew he was legit when I got on the call, because there's basically a red herring that you can throw at people about, the question, how do you make something go viral? And the number one fucking answer is you've got to have distribution. If you don't have distribution, you ain't getting any, because there's a lot of amazing videos out there that everyone can attest to that aren't viral, right? Some of you probably have actually done videos that are not viral, but that's
Right.
Distribution matters. And so a part of that deal with Jay is I publish the video on my page. Within after 1 hour, Jay pushes the video onto his page, so shares it. And then also Goalcast shares it as well. So Jay has a network of 12 total fan pages that they all partner together on with stuff. In total, they have 196 million reach amongst them so that they can do these deals. And then just because of the relationship that I developed with them, they've actually pushed it out on a couple of other pages. So the deal is always you get 2 pages based on the deal that I came in on. But more importantly, Jay said, because this is in my wheelhouse, I love this idea. Why don't you fly out to Hollywood on launch day and you and I'll do a Facebook Live to my entire audience from my page, which for me, and as you guys know, that's going to get way different reach than him just sharing my video. Plus, right, for the previous 3.5, 4 weeks, he's warmed up his audience to me. And that way him and I can do a Facebook Live. And so we're retargeting all that stuff with more content, bring people into a Facebook group, which is called Be the Hero of Your Life. And that way we can warm people up more. We're going to do now a 5-day challenge starting the final week of January, all around, how to tap into your own alter ego. Again, there's no purchase. But the entire time I'm just seeding the book. And so that's kind of some of it.
Okay. Got it. So question on Goalcast, is that something that is it a connection, or can you pay if it's the right kind of quality to get on there too?
You can pay. If you want them to produce, so basically the run rate right now on those videos, if you want them to produce a custom video for you, it's $20K. If you want them to repurpose existing content and push it out, I think it's $5K.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And they're still pushing out, like my buddy Hal Elrod, who wrote Miracle Morning, because I just did his an interview with him for his group and his podcast. He was like, just literally a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a couple months ago, they pushed out a video of Hal, and he got pinged like the day, or like that day. They were like, because he was like, why am I fucking seeing all these people reaching out to me right now? And it was because they pushed out a video about Hal. So they still curate their own content and push it out. But yeah, no, they're
I just bought his Audible book. That's funny. Miracle Morning.
Yeah, he's a good dude. If you ever want a connection, let me know. He's awesome.
Cameron Harold, it was more through, he's got some great stuff too. Okay. So now, so where we're at right now is that's the overall. So your book is February 5th, big publisher. All this is happening behind the scenes. Obviously, you're going to leverage your existing list, and then any partners and friends that you have that will promote this. Now, you guys, just to make sure, this is just to be very clear, the goal of this launch, this promotion, this campaign is to sell as many books as possible through Amazon and through the bookstores. Okay. Yep. Not to acquire customers as cheap as possible as a free plus shipping offer so he can sell products on the back end.
Yeah.
Down the road, he's going to decide, and I'm sure he'll have a lot of options there. He can turn this into that if he wants to. He doesn't have to. That's not the conversation today. Our goal today is to say, what can we do to just up level performance, to up level everything, to really be able to leverage these videos and the investment made into these videos to the maximum potential and ongoing as well. And so what we're trying to do here is basically build up a tribe. So you've created a free Facebook group called Be the Hero of Your Own Life. Is that okay? Yeah. So free Facebook group, build that up as much as possible, build that tribe of community, and those will be probably some of your best book buyers. And the fiction authors do a really good job of this as well. And of course, any activity. I love the 5-day challenge idea. That's freaking money, by the way. And you can keep it simple. So you have a great reason, sort of a bribe, right, for them to join the Facebook group. Now, there's things that we have to think about, right? So when you run a video, first thing you want to do is you want to let the organic, because when you start to boost an actual post, so the actual post ID of that video, like that I showed a second ago. So let's look at this video here. This is the one. So it's posted on your page. So right now we've got 425,000 views, 3,400 shares, 158 comments, and it was posted 23 hours ago. Now, it's a combination of a great video, but this distribution is the power in the engine at this point. So we want to let that run for about at least 2 days or so. 48 to maybe 36 hours, let the organic thing or algorithm do its thing. Because if you start to spend money behind this actual post, this permalink here, okay, then it can affect your organic growth, and they'll slow it down, knowing that you're paying for it now. And so we want to kind of let it do its thing, and then we want to figure out how can we leverage this video. And then there's different ways, right? We can run video view campaigns. We can run page post engagement campaigns. We can run messenger campaigns to use the ManyChat platform to move them into a group and build more, and plus have build up a list of people that you can quickly notify when the book does come out, right? Sort of like an email list. So you have all these different things that you can do. When you start to add things like, if I edit this post and then I start to run ads to it, it's going to increase cost. It's going to increase CPMs, increase cost per video view. It's going to change things. So you're going to lose some of that viral element, whether you're paying for it or not. So we have to think about these things. So it's like, if we're going to run a ManyChat campaign and we want to build up a list that way and use that to sort of give them more details around why they should join the group and why they should join us on the 5-day challenge, then if we want to add that into this, it's going to mess things up. So we might not want to do that. We might want to use the video file and then run it as a separate campaign, right? But then we might want to use this permalink here to run some video view objectives, to run maybe test other campaign objectives, but you're using the same copy here. So you're still really leveraging that social proof. Back to Tracy, why don't you tell us where you guys are at with the strategy and what you're looking at doing over the next week, and then the next 3 weeks, and then I guess like the week of the book launch, and then we can try to see if there's anywhere we can go to.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some things we can we can add to this. So okay, so right now what we're doing, because of this incredible reach with this video, it's a huge opportunity to build audiences. So we've got all the audiences built out, and we're going to continually as each consecutive video comes out, we're going to have all of the different variations of the audiences that we can retarget. And so the initial thought was to take a percentage. So people who watched a certain percentage or higher. So the video is like 4 minutes or so. And so we were thinking of potentially looking at 75% or more of watching the video is retargeting them straight to a pre-order of the book. All right. Because they kind of stayed with us for a while. So we're always thinking about the different levels of awareness, right? So with the upside, so these people are a little bit more aware. They stayed with the whole, the majority of the premise. And then, so this has actually changed as of, about an hour ago. The people who did not watch, who watched less than 75%, what we want to do is we've got a couple of thoughts. Number one, we can start retargeting all of those people with the new video when it comes out, so we can kind of keep them in and keep them engaged. But now that Chrissy came up with this idea and really helped ignite this 5-day challenge, what we want to start doing right away is we want to start retargeting all of those people and inviting them into this 5-day challenge, into the Be the Hero group, and into this challenge where they're going to learn all of the steps of the alter ego. If that, not all of the steps, but this 5-step process. So that's kind of the initial thought with this piece, right? And the idea is we're trying to get it as big of an audience as possible, get them warmed up, get them from unaware, problem aware to all the way up to realizing that the alter ego is the solution to their problem. And so we're going to do that by using both the retargeting into the group for the challenge, as well as layering other pieces of video content specifically. So that's the big thing we're doing right now. We're not going to start. So this was actually really interesting, and our team is excited about this. When Todd and I were together last week in New York City, and we talked to Jay Shetty's team, they had said they've never done a campaign like this, that they put paid traffic with it. So that was kind of interesting to me, that they were like, we've never done that. So the one big concern I think I have, and I know Todd as well, is that this is going to such a broad audience. We really want to make sure that we're not just pulling people into Todd's ecosystem for the sake of pulling them in, because we want to make sure it's the right people. And so that's why we want to use this retargeting to continue to really qualify them and move them through that customer journey. So that's the initial plan. We're talking about using a combination of a traffic strategy to a landing page, and also using ManyChat to be able to build his ManyChat list and offer notifications for when the consecutive videos come out and things like that. So right now, what we've kind of been doing in anticipation of that video coming out yesterday is we've got someone on our team who her primary job is research. And so she has built out all the audiences for cold traffic. So interest-based, lookalikes, we've got all of that ready. So what we're gonna do so today will be 24 hours that the video's been out. So we're probably going to wait at least until, I would say, tomorrow or Saturday. And then we're going to launch, we're going to take the same exact post ID. Okay. So we're going to use that same, everything that Keith showed, the same exact post. And we're going to run 2 different campaigns. We're going to target cold traffic to a video view campaign and a page post engagement campaign. So we anticipate that we're going to see, I mean, Keith, you and I talked about this last night. On that cold traffic, we're probably going to see video views, cost per video view like we did years ago, right? When Facebook video first came out, because it's already a viral video. Like, we're really expecting that cost to be low. On average, historically, Todd averages about 2 cents a video view. And so I think we're going to, I would expect we'll see, half a cent kind of thing. So, but we don't know. We won't know until we do that. So we've got all that cold traffic ready to go once we've had, like, that video's had enough time. So that is going to be, that's not retargeting. That's new, fresh audiences of specific people who are highly likely to want to have high performance and success.
So now you also have the ability to do video ads with the same videos as different posts, right? So as different posts. So you can write something, you can add a link in it, you can add a call to action to join the tribe, join the Be the Hero group, join us in a challenge, comment something on here, and then you can integrate an automation with ManyChat where anybody that comments, you guys respond and it automatically takes them to your messenger. And now they're a subscriber in your messenger, in your mini chat. So you can really build up that list. So there's things you can do with the same, sometimes with the actual same post, or sometimes you're going to use the same video.
It's the same asset, different copy, right? Same asset, different copy, which would essentially be a totally different URL. Totally like.
Yep.
But the nice thing for if everyone who's watching this, like if you don't already know, the nice thing there is you don't get the shares and the comments, but you get the video views as social proof. If you use the same, like let's say that gets 1 million views, then all of your ads using that same video are going to keep the same number of video views.
Video 1, you're going to start amplifying in like a day or so, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So video 1.
Jess, you have that ready for tomorrow, right? To go to amplify? Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So like video view objectives. And now the other question is, okay, so let's
video
just
view
say
and PPE. We're doing both of them.
okay, and PPE. So that's engagement. Okay, cool.
Hey,
So,
Tracy, I was just going to type, but I'll just say, when you're doing the video view, I would definitely test 10 seconds, 3 seconds, and play through or view through, whatever they're called.
Yeah, as objectives?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I reckon you'll see wildly different results from them, and one of them will be way better than the others.
And what are you looking for, Rob, when you're doing that?
Well, that's a really good question, Todd, and it kind of depends on what you want out of it, right? So if your strategy is that you want people who've watched 75% of the video, right, then I would be looking at what your cost per 75% video view is. Do you see what I mean? Like, so I would suspect that if you want people to watch 75% of it, your cheapest cost for 75% video view will be to ask for a 10-second video view.
Because the only two options are 3 second and 10 second, Todd.
Or there's a third option.
Yeah, there's a third now.
You can have a view play through or view through or something like that, which is basically a 2-second continuous view.
Yeah, it's called through play. 2-second continuous
through play. That's the one.
Yeah.
So, but they'll attract different people, and you'll find that PPE basically optimizes for 3-second video views as well, because that counts as a page post engagement. So having 10-second video views will fish in a different pool. And if it were me, I would like run a different post with some kind of a link on it and run that as traffic as well. Okay. And then I don't know if there's like, just try all the different bits of optimization that you can, so that there's just to see which brings you the best quality subscribers, I guess. Not subscribers, but the like
audience.
An audience of 3-second video viewers is probably not going to be that valuable, right?
Right. So, I mean, that's the thing, right? So with this, the idea of doing both PPE and the video view campaign is it's two different things, right? The 3-second video view, like if we can get people that watch 75% or more, they're going to get retargeted with a pre-order ad, right? Because that's what we want to try to get them. So outside of video view and PPE and changing all the optimizations and testing all of those things, is there anything else that you guys would do with the original post ID? Because we can't, I mean, keep in mind, right? We can't change.
I wouldn't stress too much about it.
Yeah.
Actually. No,
yeah.
I would just
burn them all out there.
Yeah.
But if you've got a pre-order, which goes to a page, I'd also run that to cold traffic with the same video.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yep. We can start that too.
And then you're opening up even more objectives, right? So you can go traffic, you could do conversions of actually getting a pre-order, or you could do landing page views. There's all sorts of interesting stuff.
We can't do conversions if we're running it to Amazon though.
Right. But
don't they come back to give you your receipt number or anything like that?
They do. Yeah, they do. But it's janky. I think it'd be janky and hard to do that. Yeah. But I don't know. But
now, do you want to get more people to your landing page right now, or you did mention you want to get more Amazon too?
Right now, I'm more concerned about, now that I'm kind of getting more. I was more anxious yesterday before I ever put this video out, not knowing how it was going to do. Right? I mean, I've got a lot of money, a lot of strategy on the line with it. But now that I see that it's got a lot of legs, the strategy's working. This next 8 days, I'm fine with just getting video views, getting people to know me, the brand, or whatever. Yep. And then the final 13 days leading up to the 5th, then we start pushing people through down what you guys would like your more conversion-esque campaigns, right?
Perfect. Okay. So like for here where I wrote this might not, it says video 1, but that might be video 1, but it doesn't happen for a week, right? Or maybe it's just video 2 and video 3. In terms of like doing a messenger campaign or a quote unquote conversion campaign. You might not be doing any conversion campaigns, but think about it like if, okay. So
sorry, can I ask a quick question just for the team? When we start doing conversion campaigns, then would we want to run, split the traffic out and send some to Amazon and like, so do traffic campaigns to Amazon and then conversion campaigns to the pre-order book, to the Todd, the alter ego.
That's
pre-order?
What I would do probably.
I mean, that's what I would want to do. But Todd, what are your, I mean,
if
ideally,
he wants traffic to be split, right? Okay.
Because it's all book sales, but I guess I'm just, because one would be a traffic campaign into Amazon and the other one would be conversion campaigns. So we could actually hit two different pools, right? I mean, those are typically two different types of people.
Well, you guys, I mean, so obviously it's a lot less friction to send people to Amazon. It's a trusted place. People immediately are going with a buyer's intent because that's just what we're all trained to do. So we might see a faster conversion on Amazon. However, getting them to the alter ego page where they can see maybe more content plus the bonuses that they're getting right now, because those bonuses go away week 1. The moment February the 8th hits, you don't get any of those bonuses. There's no bonuses after week 1.
I would focus on the landing page one, you guys, mostly with think all the I am gurus. So cold audience, warm audiences, cold audiences like the Amy Porterfields, those types of people that has a highly likely that they would know Todd or somebody else would know him. And so they're going to have a much higher likelihood of buying more books. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So I would hit those hard.
I mean, as long as there's no reason, like I'm just making sure there's not a reason why we couldn't do both, because I know like Courtney wants us to make sure we're running Amazon to the hardcover piece. Like I get that piece, but I personally think there's a benefit in doing both.
I do too.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and Courtney would say, again, we're operating off of new data today, Tracy. So Courtney and I are more flexible in that Amazon approach. And again, I'm trying to hook up and start doing some Amazon ads anyway right now, but on the Amazon platform.
Oh, right.
Tracy,
We have to get the
real
publisher back, right?
Tech
What's that, Rob?
detail, right? I say real tech detail for Tracy here, right? On your landing page, have you got an option to go to Amazon and pre-order?
Yes.
So I was thinking, if you've got a page that's got like 2 options or multiple options, like go to Barnes & Noble, go to Amazon, all that kind of stuff, you could run traffic to that same page, Tracy. So you could run traffic, like a traffic objective directly to Amazon. And then you could also run a conversion objective to Amazon, because you could say put an add to cart event on the button that takes them to Amazon, if you see what I mean, and then optimize for add to carts.
Yeah, that's a great idea, Rob.
That's a big one there,
Makes sense.
actually.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
So then you can fish in the converters pool and still be sending people to Amazon.
That's a huge one. Can you repeat that one more time for everybody? Because that's a big one that people might not even know about.
Yeah, you heard that, Jess?
Yeah, you said something about a pig and a goat, and I didn't understand.
So you sacrifice the goat, and then
you barbecue the pig.
The deal really is when you're sending traffic to Amazon, you can't give Facebook any data back, because all you can do is like fire and forget to Amazon, because you've got no pixel on there. So what you can do is if you put your landing page like as an interstitial step on the way to Amazon, right? So you can say, here's the button to go to Amazon to buy it. You can then send Facebook back an add to cart event and say, actually, this person just added the book to their cart. Now, they didn't, but it's kind of like they did, right? Because they've taken that step on the route, and then you can ask Facebook to find more people that did that. Whereas previously, if you're just firing traffic, you're just sending like random people to it. And Facebook's generally going to send you the people that click stuff and don't buy.
The difference, Todd, is like if you have a good video and you're running a video view objective and your goal is to get people to register for a webinar, then your video view objective might cost you $17 per webinar registration, and your conversion objective on the same exact everything, video, copy, everything, might be $4 or $5, right? Because it's going after a different type of person, which
Mhm.
you kind of know that. But that's basically what he's doing, is sort of figure out a workaround, because we know we can't track. Yeah. So
that's great.
Okay.
Also having them opt in for the coupon on Amazon, like click here, enter your email to get your discount code for Amazon as well, might be another solution where you can optimize for leads on that. It's another option.
And the other thing that you can do, and this is, I don't know whether this will work or not, but if you have to get the bonuses, if they bought it on Amazon, do they have to give you the receipt number?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So you could, whenever someone fills in that receipt number form, you could mark that as a purchase, and then you can optimize for purchase events. Now, you may or may not get enough of them, but that again allows you to fish in a different pool.
The overall obviously is just to get more videos, build up those audiences, because you're going to be able to retarget those people.